My first position was writing for the paper.
I was a contributing writer at Newton campus. I went from contributing writer where I was assisting with the paper at Newton, helping with stuff at Newton, and then I went to actually had me as a staff writer after I did a couple of clips and they saw that they were pretty good. And then went to Newton editor. After Newton editor, the paper kind of imploded. There was a lot of just dissension, and the paper imploded. There was no paper, there was no staff, there was no contract, there was no advisor.
Most memorable moment.
Oh, that's tough.
And one time we did a Halloween episode, and I went out and I was talking to people had they ever seen a ghost, and these people were our students on campus here were telling us some really great stories about them experiencing ghosts. So my most memorable would be, just going out on the street and talking to the students and finding out their stories they would never tell anyone.
We went to Louisville for the ACP awards, and that really kind of made me think, wow, this was something I had a hand in, was giving all these students an opportunity to speak, giving all these students an opportunity to not just learn about journalism, but learn about leading skills, managing skills, learn more about themselves. So there's a lot that I enjoyed about the paper, but just knowing that people left with more than what they came.
And I remember when I first started, we were in a trailer out back. Oh. Yeah, and then we finally moved to under the men's restroom in the gym. It was really gross. You could barely fit in a desk. So that's kind of when I came on board. It was very small, not very many people. And then when Nathan became editor, we got this great room, and then things just started cracking, just rolling out. And I think it's because of Nathan's energy, and I had no idea that it was going to take off like it did.
Dean Homer has a lot of credit to take on that, getting the room, and just monumental, just the paper itself, so a lot of things goes to her. Only thing I did was use the tools that I had and use the skills that I had in order to take it from where it was to where it needed to be.
I remember when Nathan was sitting right there at that desk, and it was time when people were filling out the applications, and I said, Nathan, I would never want your job, because he would stay up. Everyone's heard the stories of having people here till 6 in the morning, and he was always on the phone and just doing so much work, plus being a full-time student and working at his other full-time job.
Sometimes I would sit at the computer designing for 3 days straight, and the only time I would leave is to go home, shower, eat, and then come right back and keep designing.
But then there I was a few days later checking, yes, I want to do the editor-in-chief.
So, it was tough. It was tough for home life. It was tough with friends. It was tough in all those different areas. But knowing what the paper could become, it kind of filled those ends too. It kind of made you feel as if it's all worth it.
The people that I hired really had a passion for it. I didn't really have to ignite them. They already knew that they wanted to be journalists. Woo! That's right! Hello, new students.
Don't let opportunity close the door on you.
Come take some pictures, come write for us, come make some movies or be on TV.
When you see opportunity, go for that opportunity.
If this is really your passion, then come on and let's do it.
The paper's a family, and people care about what they're doing, people care about each other, and if you want that, the paper has that.
Right on, right on.